football Saturday in West Lafayette, Indiana, and one of the biggest home games in decades.
Boilermakers rush the field. What a night in West Lafayette.
That was Donovan.
Welcome back to the Ryan Walters Show. We're live at Walk-Ons in the Purdue Memorial Union, where it's always game day with a taste of Louisiana. The 2023 Purdue football season is presented by Purdue Global, Purdue's online university for working adults. Earn a degree you're proud of and employers respect. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu. With the head coach, and Ryan, we had a perfect night for football last week, a sold-out crowd, and everything was buzzing along until the first turnover of the game, and I think that kind of turned things around. Purdue had scored on its opening possession in its first two games, and it looked like you were going to go 3 for 3, but unfortunately, something that had not been a problem at all reared its ugly head, and that was 4 first-half turnovers.
Yeah, you know, it's unfortunate. Obviously, I'm trying to get our first win at Rohrman, and I can't get it done.
We will.
But, yes, we absolutely will. You know, obviously, you know, the way you lose games are penalties, mental errors, and turnovers. And the penalties and turnovers really killed us, you know, a week ago. And so we've been harping on playing clean in that area. You know, we had played clean in that area up to that point, and so it was a surprise. But, you know, we've had a great week of practice already in a short turnaround, and we're looking forward to doing something that hasn't been done in 20 years here.
Let's talk about that quick turnaround, because I think athletes and coaches and everybody are creatures of habit. We're used to playing college football games either Saturday afternoon or Saturday night. You've got a Friday game. How has that affected your schedule this week?
It's affected it tremendously. You know, you have a Saturday night game, and then you have to quickly turn around and get prepared for a Friday night game. And so, you know, on Sunday we treat it like a normal Sunday, where you put the previous game to bed and work on corrections from the mistakes you made, and highlight the things that you did from a positive standpoint. But then Monday, which is your Tuesday, so to speak, you have to start the game plan and the prep for your next week's opponent, but you still can't do the physical tasks that you would normally do on a Tuesday because you just played, you know, a couple days ago. So we had a pretty extensive walkthrough on early downs, going, you know, and going against Wisconsin looks. And then today we had a mixture of a Tuesday and Wednesday type practice where, you know, we got full pads on. We're working early downs, but we're also mixing in some third downs. And then tomorrow will be our Thursday, and then, you know, luckily it is our Friday night game, so we'll get another walkthrough, you know, Friday midday before we hit Rohrman.
So will you put them in usually you put them even for home games in a hotel the night before? You're going to still do that on Thursday night then this week?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's important just to get the guys together, focused in on the task at hand, without any distractions.
All right, let's go back a little bit more to the Syracuse game. We knew coming into the game that their quarterback, Garrett Schrader, was really dangerous with his legs. Now, he did complete 50% of his passes and hit some big plays along the way, but it was his legs that killed you. And I thought especially a couple of times you had him pinned in and you looked like you had him dead to rights on third down, and somehow he was able to move the chains.
Yeah, you know, that told a story from a defense's perspective. You know, I thought we had a plan in place to be able to corral them, and like you said, we had guys there, just couldn't make the play. You know, it can be frustrating, and there was numerous reasons why. You know, whether it was somebody not keeping contained or somebody just missing a tackle, or, you know, from a staff perspective, you know, are we asking the right guys to do those type of things and putting them in positions to be successful? And so those are all self-evaluation type miscues that we have evaluated, and we'll be better moving forward because of them.
You know, we talked after the Fresno State. You have to give credit where credit's due. I thought their quarterback that day had an outstanding game, and this guy was tough to bring down. A couple of times you hit him short of the first down, and he was able to shake a tackle or fall forward for a first down.
Yeah, he's a big guy, big athletic guy. And so, you know, when he was at Mississippi State, they were asking him to play wide receiver. So he's that type of athlete. And, you know, I'm sure he'll have a great season and a great career at Syracuse.
Defensively, we mentioned their defense. You moved the ball up and down the field. The turnovers were the big problem, but you didn't get much of a running game, but you were able to throw the ball and really spread the ball around the offense on Saturday night.
Yeah, I thought this was the most efficient we've been offensively. It just all the positives were negated by the turnovers, and where we turned the ball over. It was in the red area. We had already moved down the field. And then you come away with no points, and the other team having the ball and huge momentum swings, that can be detrimental to your success on a game day. But I was pleased with Hudson's progression. He made some incredible throws, extended some plays and drives with his feet. So he'll continue to get better, and I'm excited for what that group can do. Especially if we take care of the football.
We talk about getting better during the course of the season. I thought he's done a better job in games 2 and 3 in terms of making a decision quickly. If he's going to tuck the ball, you don't have a whole lot of time because the defense is going to rally pretty quickly, but I thought he's making his decisions a little bit better here lately.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just another week of getting comfortable in the system and trusting where his guys will be. And being confident in the fact that he's a good football player, not just a good quarterback. And so, like I've been saying since the fall camp, this team will continue to get better as the year goes. This is still new for everybody, and I feel like we're right there and just on the cusp of really breaking this thing wide open.
All right, we need to take a quick break. This is the Ryan Walters Show, presented by the Rohrman Automotive Group on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Huckabee stays in there in the back. Sheffield in motion. Card looking to escape. Using his time, dumps it down. Huckabee makes a man miss. He's got the first down. What a sensational effort by the Kissimmee, Florida. Well, you see the field position for Purdue. It was a 43-yard punt and then 25 yards of penalties. And how quick Deion Burks burst for a first down. You said the biggest key is just maintaining that they don't have these lulls offensively. As Card will go back to the play action. Hit as he throws. He's got it. Rohrman working on Jeremiah Wilson. First and goal. Play action. Card. End zone. Touchdown. Deion Burks goes down low and Purdue's on the board. Max Clare in there at the tight end spot. Card is going to throw it on first down. Lost one sideline. Oh, what a play. Wow. Deion Burks. Electric catch. Maccabee's back in there now on second and goal. Card. Flushed. Has to get away. Now he's going to look to run for it. Card is in. Touchdown, Purdue!
Man coverage. So all these defenders are going to be running with receivers. And once he gets outside, there's nobody to stop him from getting in the end zone. Running the quarterback wouldn't be better.
It is Tracy. Too easy. Touchdown, Purdue!
Wow. The right guard, Jalen Grant, the right tackle, Marcus Bowe. About physical play. Watch these two guys here just throw their defenders in, and Tracy just walks into the end zone.
Hello, Purdue fans. This is Johnny DeGrant
welcoming you to Ross-Ade Stadium.
From Ross-Ade, it's a football Saturday in West Lafayette.
What a night in West Lafayette.
The Rohrman Automotive Group is supporting your Boilermakers as the presenting sponsor of the Ryan Walters Show and proud partner of Purdue Athletics. Rohrman Automotive Group, boiler up and hammer down. 6 o'clock will be our start time on the network here on Friday night. We'll have our Facebook Live segment at 5:30 on the Purdue Athletics site. Next week's homecoming game, in case you missed the news earlier this week, will be a 3:30 kickoff. 3:30 next week for homecoming against Illinois. Let's go to Facebook here and see who's checking in. We have Cape Coral tonight with us, Crown Point, Indiana, Lowell, Zionsville, Speedway, Irish Country, which is, I assume, up by South Bend, Louisville, and Punta Gorda, Florida. So we thank you for watching tonight. And again, if anybody has any questions, please send those along. One of the things that you've had some issues with, and I know you're trying to get it cleaned up, and it's sometimes a 1 yard is there was a film called The Longest Yard.
Yeah,
we've had that situation, and that has not been a very successful down and distance for the Boilermakers this year.
No, so I'll be kicking field goals from now on. I promise you that. We are looking at what type of plays we're running and what type of defenses we are consistently seeing. So I do think that, the plans moving forward will be more advantageous for a 3rd and 1. So, on 4th down, I gotta be conservative, more conservative, just with where we are as a team, to come away with points, because those are huge momentum plays. You drive all the way down there and the opening drive and get to a 4th and inches, and I'm like, hell yeah, let's go, But then when you don't get it, it is deflating, and so that is an area where I've got to do better, and kicking a field goal in that situation and putting points on the board and going to kick off with something accomplished would have been something that we needed as a program, and I'll get better in that situation.
I know, going back to another basketball analogy, and we make a lot of those over here, by the way. Basketball's pretty big. When a team gets to the free throw line 20 times and misses 10 of them, it's deflating. Yeah. And I think when you have an offense that gets to 4th and 1, goes down the field, or gets inside the red zone and turns the ball over, it becomes like a missed free throw, and everybody you can feel the air come out of the balloon a little bit.
Absolutely, and I definitely don't want to add to that balloon, right, or add to the air deflation. And so that's, as I'm getting to know our team and what we are good at and what we need, and those are areas that I will improve on. And I'm glad those lessons are learned before we got to conference play.
During the game, you're walking around the sideline. You usually don't have anything in hand, though, right? You don't have anything in front of you scripted. What do you give me an idea, because I can't watch you during the game? What are you doing during the game?
Yeah, so
essentially,
this has all started, as a play caller. Like, I'm just, full disclosure, I've got like really bad ADD, right? And so it's hard for me to sit and focus on one thing. And so as a play caller, I never had a call sheet. Just everything was in my head. And so I would be able to see the game, feel the game, and know what I wanted to get to more efficiently, more quickly, and with more information. And so I've taken that same approach as a head coach, is, just paying attention to what's going on in the field, what the time is on the clock, where we are, what the point differential is, what do we, and I'm helping our coordinator and our defense on, what is the offense doing, how are they getting to certain plays, where can I add value to help us in that aspect, and then also from an offensive perspective, when to take timeouts, hey, if you get to this down and distance, you'll have 2 downs, and hey, maybe think about this. So if I'm looking at a piece of paper or writing things down, I'm missing what is happening on the field, and so that's why I'm not holding anything, but I'm constantly logging information and constantly communicating.
Well, I was going to ask, I think one of the biggest changes when an assistant coach becomes a head coach is you have to make those decisions at the end of the game, like, when do I call a timeout, and am I going to go for it on 4th and 1? You're getting input, I'm sure, from people, but you're making that decision. You got to make that decision in a split second. Is it you and you alone in that situation, or is it?
Ultimately,
do you go committee at all?
No, ultimately it is. I'll ask. If we're on offense, I'll ask you, like, hey, do you feel good about your short yardage play? But I'll also tell them, like, hey, we're going for it right here, or if I say we're kicking a field goal, we're kicking a field goal, like this. I'm in control of timeouts and when we take them. I'm in control of penalty decisions, and are we accepting or declining a penalty. But I still am. I want my coordinators to be able to call the game, and offensively, defensively, and special teams. And so, those decisions are made there. I'll give input or suggestions where I see fit. But as far as the game management of it, like that, those responsibilities are mine.
All right, we're coming to you from Walk-Ons in the Purdue Memorial Union. We'll have more with Coach Walters after this. It's the Ryan Walters Show, presented by Rohrman Automotive Group on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Pick up a 13, makes it a fresh set of downs. Schrader keeps, and it's sniffed out. Schrader tries to get away and loses 2. O.C. Brothers saw it from the tackle. David Wallabar out for the year. 3rd and 5. Schrader spinning. Schrader, Jimmy, no, tripped, devoured, dumped. Kadron Jenkins. It will be Schrader to throw. Schrader pumps, Spins, can't get away, wrestled down, gets back to the line of scrimmage, but Nick Scorden bit early in the play clock with a 14-point lead. Approaching the midway point of this third quarter, methodically moving it down the field. Oh, a jump ball, and Purdue might come down with it. They do. Cam Allen with a massive interception. He was battling with Donovan Brown.
Been up there for grabs, and this time Cam Allen fights Donovan Brown and comes away with the first takeaway for the Purdue defense.
As Allen has the handoff and the jitterbug doesn't go anywhere, he loses. Invigorated, but now playing without one of their best players in Jenkins. Schrader listed at 6'4", 225. And oh, that was a fumble on the snap. Schrader picked it up and then will just wisely go down. Schrader on 2nd and 8 goes backward. And it looked like maybe they were trying to set up some trickery.
Hello, Purdue fans. This is Johnny DeCamp bringing you play-by-play the rousing...
Hi, everybody, along with Ron Kramer, this is Pete Van Wieren welcoming you to Ross-Ade Stadium.
Live from Ross-Ade Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana.
It's a football Saturday in West Lafayette, Indiana, and one of the biggest home games in decades.
Boilermakers rush the field. What a night in West Lafayette.
Welcome back to the Ryan Walter Show. We're live at Walk-Ons in the Purdue Memorial Union. Everyone needs a little playing time. Wanted to give a quick plug to a series that we have running this year. It's the 100th season of football at Ross-Ade Stadium, and we've done some series of videos that are running on the Purdue Athletics Facebook and YouTube channels, featuring some of the great games from Ross-Ade over the last 100 years. We had Dale Samuels, who was talking about the 1952 Old Oaken Bucket game, which was a Purdue win in the pouring rain. We had an interview with Dale, who is in his 90s. If you haven't had a chance, you can go back on Facebook and YouTube and watch those. We have rare footage from that game in '52, which of course the Boilermakers won. We've also done a program with Mark Herman and Keena Turner, and this week we'll feature one with Mike Allstott, who was an honorary captain earlier this season. So we talk a little bit about the game, and then we talk to the player involved in the game. So please tune into those Purdue Athletics Facebook and YouTube sites, and I think that you will enjoy them. Let's go back from Facebook. We've got Evansville checking in tonight, Austin, Texas, O'Fallon, Illinois, Las Vegas. Jim says the milkshakes are good here in Walk-Ons. Now, last week it was the beer. Tonight it's the milkshakes. I'm not sure I believe either one of those from you, but I'm sure they're great, but I'm not sure you're drinking the milkshakes tonight. And then we also have Syracuse checking in, 12 Mile, Indiana. Michael has a question. What does the coach think about the pass interference and roughing the passer penalties, knowing that you can only say so much because the Big Ten is listening? But when you go back and look at the film, we talked before we got on the air tonight, it is difficult in this day and age, the way that roughing the passer penalties are called, both at the college level and the pro level. You got guys that are 300 pounds going full bore, and you want them to all of a sudden play freeze tag when the quarterback lets go of the football. And that's pretty tough.
Yeah, it's tough. You just gotta coach it like it says in the rule book. Like I said earlier, the one where our guy got cut and was falling. I don't know how you prevent that one. But it is what it is. So.
What is the procedure? Do you send plays into the Big Ten or how?
Well, those were ACC refs. So
that's
I can't
true.
send anything in.
Yeah, that's right. But in a conference game, you would be able to send those in for review. Now, our
conference referees are a lot better. So
there you go. See, everything's better in the Big Ten. There is a limited appeal to that because the worst thing you can do, I guess, is get your apology on Monday morning, which does not put points on the scoreboard for you. But at least it shows that maybe when you get that letter or get that phone call, it at least proves that you were right in your assessment.
Yeah, and it's the only thing you can really use it for is just teaching moments to show your players that what we're teaching is the proper way to do things, and you didn't do anything illegal, so don't change how you play.
The last few seasons we've been waiting for Abdur Rahman Yassin to really break out. He was very highly touted coming out of high school. He hasn't been able to stay healthy, it looks like, until this year, but I think he showed us again Saturday night the glimpses. 10 catches, 114 yards, his best game as a Boilermaker.
Yeah, he's been ultra consistent since I've been here, and so it's no secret for us that he's having the production that he's having. He's definitely built up a rapport and built up some comfortability with Hud because of his consistency and his competitive nature, and so I'm looking forward to his season and his career here.
I think Deion Burks also wants to make sure he is seen in the highlight film at the end of the season because he made a catch falling to his backside Saturday night that was spectacular.
Yeah, it's another guy that Hudson really trusts. And so he got him on a double move, but the DB did actually a good job of staying on top of the route. They were bringing pressure, so Hud had to get rid of it and just kind of toss it up there and trusted that one-on-one matchup, and Deion did a great job of coming away with it.
We mentioned before last week's game you had a lot of recruits coming in, I think about 50 in all, and we can't talk about specific recruits, but can you give us an overall impression of how they took the weekend?
They obviously, to have the successful weekend that we had from a recruiting standpoint and not come away with a win speaks volumes to the atmosphere and the community in West Lafayette and at Ross-Ade. They thought it was an unbelievable experience. And, we got a couple commitments out of there that will be announced shortly. One of them is a younger guy that is ranked in the top 50 in the nation. And so that is a direct correlation between the atmosphere provided by Ross-Ade and, what our staff and our players have done to cultivate a culture that guys want to be here.
I think it's important, too, Ryan, to note that, yes, the portal is important, and it will continue to be important going forward, but high school recruiting still is crucial to the success of a football program.
Absolutely. It's got to, your foundation is still built on the development of your roster. In order to develop guys the way you really want to develop them, you want them for 4 to 5 years. And so, obviously, you got to use the transfer portal to your advantage and filling holes in roster spots that can come in and contribute right away. But the meat and potatoes of who you are as a program has to be from a development standpoint.
All right, we're going to talk to one of those young guys when we come back. Redshirt freshman Max Clare will join us next on the Ryan Walters Show, presented by the Rohrman Automotive Group on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Field coverage of your time here. It's really cool to see. You're always giving credit to your offensive linemen, the coaches. You're always spreading around the glory, and it's neat to see here today. You're doing that still, looking back. Your old teammates, your old coaches at every program, the community. Why is that so important to spread the line?
It's the truth, right? It's like I said earlier. It's just like a lot of people encourage me to be where I'm at right now is because of other people. You know what I mean? I get emotional about it, but it's the truth. I'm blessed. You know what I mean? I lived a dream that a lot of people would love to live, but it was just even now, at 49 years old, I'm in Tampa, and it's just a place that will always be home. You know what I mean? Even though I'm a Midwestern, and I really am proud to grow up as a Midwestern, right? But no, you're in Florida, you love Florida, the weather. No, I got a different love for not just the weather. I love the weather, don't get me wrong. But the thing is, it's like, leaving here, being 22 years old, and then going somewhere again, 18 here, 22 there, and then all of a sudden it's like, you're thrown in the ring again. And, people brought me in, you know what I mean? So.
Heaney, what an athletic play by Grace Heaney to adjust in midair and win the point.
No one in sight, she just places.
Skimmerhorn with the dig. Chacoin with the swing and the point. Here's Chacoin. On the slide, Dillon blocked, and Purdue is down 1. Wilson off the tape. Clark is blocked. A point for Purdue. Here comes the big serve. with the point. Eva Hudson, Chloe Chicoine playing on the same team here in West Lafayette for the match. Clark is blocked, and Purdue sweeps UCF. They rally from 6 down in the third set.
Reading back some of the old cover.
Purdue Athletics would like to thank and recognize members of the Black and Gold Club who support Purdue Athletics through their sponsorship at the highest level. Black and Gold Club members include Indiana Packers, Molson Coors, Purdue Federal Credit Union, Purdue Global, Rohrman Automotive Group, and Wabash. Each are great partners of Purdue Athletics. We are joined by Max Clare. He is a redshirt freshman tight end from Guilford, Indiana. For those not familiar with the geography of our fine state, where is Guilford, Indiana?
Yes, sir. So it's about 25 minutes outside of Cincinnati, so right there on the border of Ohio and Indiana.
You played one game last year as a true freshman against Indiana State. That gave you a little bit of a taste, but thankfully you were able to maintain your redshirt status, so 4 more years if you'd like.
Yeah, that's right. Hopefully, if all things go as planned, we'll be here for 4 years.
You've played football, obviously, but you were also a baseball player in high school, right?
Yes, sir.
What position?
I played the outfield, so center field mostly.
Was there ever any question about which sport would be the sport for you?
Definitely. Yeah, there was a lot of question there, but ultimately playing football.
Why? What was a big decider for you?
I think it was really just the opportunities there, and just college football intrigued me a lot, so.
You'd rather hit guys than round objects.
Yeah,
that's
I think
basically
so.
it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your role in this offense, because I think when the air raid came in, there were some people that questioning what will a tight end do. Well, I think we've seen a tight end will catch a lot of passes because
Right.
you have become a favorite target of Hudson Card. How would you describe your role? What do you need to do each week offensively?
Yeah, so I think my role on this offense is to, create separation against man, and then obviously when it's when their defense is playing zone, find the soft spots there and be there for Hudson late in the progressions or early, just wherever he needs me, and just always be open.
I think a lot of people listening, just about everybody listening, has had some sort of change in leadership at where they've worked or gone to school or whatever. You had a coaching change. What was it like to adapt to this new coaching staff?
Right. No, they made it super easy. I love this coaching staff. They've worked with us very well and made it easy on us, so can't complain.
And you have a new quarterback coming in. How much did you get to throw with Hudson Card over the summer? I'm guessing you've caught quite a few passes from him.
Yeah, no, we got to throw a lot, so we have a pretty good connection there. And, he's a great quarterback, and he has a lot of talent, so excited for the rest of the season and things he can do.
I would guess the summer becomes very important as we get more and more. We're talking with Coach Walters in the last segment. You've got a lot of high school recruits, but you do have a lot of portal transfers coming in, and the only time you have really to get adapted to them is during the summertime.
Exactly.
That becomes a really crucial point in the season.
Definitely, that's huge. Obviously, we're all here in the summer, so we get to build that connection and relationship, and it's been really good so far.
You're in a very talented tight end room. Drew Bibber in there along with Garrett Miller and others. What have you been able to learn from them here in your young career so
right.
far?
So obviously Payne last year, I got to learn a lot from
yeah.
him. And then Garrett obviously has a lot of experience, and he's given me a lot of advice here and there. And then Drew Bibber obviously has done a great job this year, and he's great to have as a teammate and in the tight end room.
You've had the opportunity now to run through that tunnel twice, once during the day and once during the night. What's that experience like coming into a full stadium at Ross-Ade?
There's nothing like it. It's awesome. I mean, the fans are great, and it's just it's a crazy experience. It's awesome.
Tell me about your major. What are you studying here at Purdue?
So right now I'm studying financial counseling and advising, and I switched over from finance to that, so it's been good.
When football is done, and hopefully that's many, many years from now, what do you plan to do with that degree?
I haven't thought too much about it. Hopefully, I'm not sure if I'm going to do anything with it, to be honest, but we'll see where it goes from there. Just kind of stay in the moment and try to we'll figure it out when that time gets here.
Understood. What was it in the first place that brought you from down near Cincinnati up to West Lafayette? What was it about the Purdue program that really intrigued you?
Yeah, no, obviously playing in the Big Ten was huge, and then obviously I had family on the team, so Alex Maxwell was on the team last year, and he was
Yeah, you're fine. Just take an ear out here. We're good.
I had a cousin on the team last year, Alex Maxwell, and it's close to home, about 2 hours, so not too bad.
All right. right, so let's talk about this game coming up. The Big Ten season is a brand new start. You start 0-0. You owe the Badgers a little bit.
Yeah.
You had one experience up there last year, and they got on us pretty quickly. So what do we have to do to beat Wisconsin on Friday night?
I think it's just we got to do what we got to do and do what we do and do what we do best. And throw the ball, run the ball, everything we do, and stick to the game plan, trust the coaches, go out there and execute at a high level.
All right, congratulations on the start so far, Max, and continue to have a great 2023 season.
Appreciate it.
All right, it is the Ryan Walter Show. When we come back, we'll have Sanusi Kane. We're sponsored by the Rohrman Automotive Group on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
He stays in there in the back. Sheffield in motion. Card. Looking to escape. Using his time. Dumps it down. Maccabee makes a man miss. He's got the first down. What a sensational effort by the
Kissimmee, Florida.
Well, you see the field position for Purdue. It was a 43-yard punt and then 25 yards of penalties. And how quick Deion Burks burst for a first down. You said the biggest key is just maintaining that they don't have these lulls offensively. As Card will go back to the play action. Hit as he throws. He's got it. Rohrman working on Jeremiah Wilson. First and goal. Play action. Card. End zone. Touchdown. Deion Burks goes down low and Purdue's on the board. Max Clare in there at the tight end spot. Card is going to throw it on first down. Lost one sideline. Oh, what a play. Wow. Deion Burks. Electric catch. Maccabee's back in there now on second and goal. Card. Flushed. Has to get away. Now he's going to look to run for it. Card is in. Touchdown, Purdue.
Man coverage. So all these defenders are going to be running with receivers. And once he gets outside, there's nobody to stop him from getting in the end zone. Running the quarterback wouldn't be better.
It is Tracy. Too easy. Touchdown, Purdue.
Wow. The right guard, Jalen Grant, the right tackle, Marcus Bowe. About physical play. Watch these two guys here just throw their defenders inside. And Tracy just walks into the end zone.
Hello, Purdue fans. This is Johnny DeGrant.
Welcoming you to Ross-Ade Stadium.
From Ross-Ade Stadium.
It's a football Saturday in West Lafayette.
What a night in West Lafayette.
Welcome back to the Ryan Walter Show. We're live at Walk-Ons in the Purdue Memorial Union, where it's always game day with a taste of Louisiana. It's time for the Pro Boilers feature, where we look at how former Purdue student athletes are doing in their professional sports careers. Pro Boilers is presented by Indiana Kitchen Premium Pork Products. Get to know us at indianakitchen.com. Both our Pro Boilers and Indiana Kitchen are Boilermade. We'll highlight three Boilermakers who had success over the weekend. Raheem Mostert of the Miami Dolphins, 18 carries, 121 yards, and 2 touchdowns in the Dolphins' win over New England. Charlie Jones of the Cincinnati Bengals took a punt 81 yards for a touchdown in the Bengals' loss to Baltimore. And George Karlaftis with Kansas City, 4 tackles, including 1.5 sacks in the win over Jacksonville. We're joined by Sanusi Kane, a senior safety from Harlem and a captain on this year's football team. Sanusi, first of all, welcome. And second, what does it mean to you to be voted by your teammates as one of the captains?
It was a tremendous honor. You know, after the bowl and everybody saw it, football said that I was the captain. It just gave me a level of responsibility that I have to the team. They voted me as a leader and as one of the faces of the program. So I try my best to just be the best player that I can be, the best person I can be the best representative for football that I can be.
You know, one of the things we're joyful about watching college athletics is you get to see players mature on the field, but you also see them mature off the field. How have you changed from the day you walked in here as a freshman to now your senior season?
Just being more aware of everything that's around. Understanding that there's a lot of ways to go about certain situations and things of that nature. Just becoming a better leader. I think that from when I first got here, I was a kid, like trying to become a young man, and I feel like I'm going to lead here, a young man, and that's been a tremendous experience.
And we had Max in the last segment. He came about 3 hours up from from near Cincinnati. You had a little bit longer trip out here from New York City. What brought you? What was it about Purdue that really appealed to you?
So, funny story is that the first time I heard about Purdue was the game that they played Ohio State. Ohio State we eventually beat them, and that was always stuck with me just because they were underdogs. So later on that year, I was starting to get recruited by Purdue because of that. I always felt in love. I always had interest in Purdue. When I came on campus, I fell in love with the school. So I eventually joined.
We call that game the Tyler Trent game, and Tyler never ceases to amaze. He's continued to have an influence on Purdue football, and I have part of it sitting right next to me. I asked Max about the new coaching staff. You have a new defense that's come in with Coach Walters and Coach Kane and Coach O'Brien. What's different about this defense, and what really about it appeals to you?
I love it. It's an aggressive style of defense. We're in your face, and we're gonna be there all game. So if you're gonna be there, you're gonna have to work for it. So I feel like I love it. I fit in the scheme well, and it's been a tremendous experience running the defense and playing it.
If I remember correctly, when Coach Walters took the job and got to West Lafayette, you might have been the first guy to greet him at the football complex. What was your immediate impression, and how has Coach Walters been to work with for you?
He's been great. You know, like me and Coach Walters are super close. He's my guy. You know, I talk to him every day. You know, I'm all the time, and just not even on the field, just off the field. He's a great person, great coach to be around. He can relate to us. He has some similar experiences that we had in our lives. It's been a great experience.
You've been a little bit taped up this year on your left hand. Is that going to be a lingering thing, or when can you get that thing off?
I don't know yet. We downgraded from the cast last week, so I was able to have a lot more freedom. So I think that's a good start, and then we'll play it from there.
Let's talk about this football team going into the Big Ten season. It's a brand new start. You've been part of these few of these games against those Badgers up there. Haven't been able to get the job done. Had a close call here a couple of years ago in Rohrman Stadium, but it's a different kind of Wisconsin team. Usually you got to bow up for that two-back offense. Now you're going to have to run all over the field to catch them.
Yeah.
A little bit different.
Yeah, so it's actually kind of funny now. Like, we're almost prepared for it because we have to go against that in practice every day. So, you know, it's like not too bad of an adjustment that we have to make. It was kind of funny, like, watching film. Usually when you're watching Wisconsin, you're looking downhill run and attack. And then they're throwing the ball all over the field. I think versus Washington State, they had 50 passes. Like, that was unheard of for Wisconsin for me. So they definitely have a new identity, but it's still Wisconsin. We haven't beat them in 20 years. We haven't beat them here since '97. So we're up to the task. We want to be the team that breaks that streak. And on Friday, we'll find out.
Tell me a little bit about academics. What will you do once your football career is over, whenever that will be?
Hopefully my goal is to create a school back in Harlem, New York. Just give kids opportunity to have bigger goals in life. You know, when I came up, there weren't a lot of opportunities for kids, so I just want to create opportunities for kids that came from similar situations I came.
Well, Sanusi, sometimes we can't see who makes the hit, but we know if it's a loud one in our headset, it probably was you. So congratulations on your career. Let's finish off and have a great senior season.
Thanks.
All right, we're going to have the head coach when we come back. It's the Ryan Walters Show, presented by the Rohrman Automotive Group on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Pick up a 13, makes it a fresh set of downs. Schrader keeps, and it's sniffed out. Schrader tries to get away and loses two. O.C. Brothers saw it from the tackle. David Wollabar out for the year. 3rd and 5. Schrader spinning. Schrader, Jimmy, no, tripped, devoured, dumped. Kadron Jenkins. It will be Schrader to throw. Schrader pumps. Spins, can't get away, wrestled down, gets back to the line of scrimmage, but Nick Scorden. A bit early in the play clock, with a 14-point lead, approaching the midway point of this third quarter, methodically moving it down the field. Oh, a jump ball, and Purdue might come down with it. They do! Cam Allen with a massive interception. He was battling with Donovan Brown.
Been up there for grabs. And this time Cam Allen fights Donovan Brown and comes away with the first takeaway for the Purdue defense.
As Allen has the handoff and the jitterbug doesn't go anywhere, he loses. Invigorated, but now playing without one of their best players in Jenkins. Schrader listed at 6'4", 225. And that was a fumble on the snap. Schrader picked it up and then will just wisely go down. Schrader on second and 8 goes backward. And it looked like maybe they were trying to set up some trickery.
Hello, Purdue fans. This is Johnny DeCamp bringing you play-by-play the rousing.
Everybody, along with Ron Kramer, this is Pete Van Weeren welcoming you to Ross-Ade Stadium.
Live from Ross-Ade Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana.
It's a football Saturday in West Lafayette, Indiana, and one of the biggest home games in decades.
Boilermakers rush the field. What a night in West Lafayette.
That was Donovan.
The 2023 Purdue football season is presented by Purdue Global, Purdue's online university for working adults. Earn a degree you're proud of and employers respect. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu. Again, we were talking just before the show, Ryan. Sometimes when a program is not going well, they will completely change the way they do things. So maybe a passing offense becomes a running offense, or an offensive-minded team turns its attention to the defense. Wisconsin's gone to 21 straight bowl games, and yet they have decided really to reinvent themselves, particularly on the offensive side.
Really, it's been on both sides of the ball. Two brand new coordinators with completely different philosophies. So it is interesting to watch a Wisconsin team from a defensive perspective, looking at their offense. Once it spreads it out,
yeah, it used to be that Iowa and Wisconsin were the only programs that we could see that ran a fullback on their depth chart. I think Iowa now has that distinction because Wisconsin's got 3 wide receivers, and Sanusi just mentioned they throw it a bunch. They got a guy that came from SMU that's thrown 78 career touchdowns, so he's going to put the ball in the air a lot on Friday night.
Yeah, you look at Phil Longo, their offensive coordinator, his track record as well. Similar cloth of Grammys, their rate system. So definitely a different philosophy than what we're seeing from the Wisconsin.
Is it something that this whole 16-game winning streak and 9 games in Ross-Ade Stadium, do you really harp on that this week and make sure the players are aware? I mean, are they tired of hearing about things?
You make them aware, obviously. What I like about football is it sometimes can present you with opportunities to do something that you'll never forget, and it puts you in front of your face. And so you got a chance to do something on Friday night that hasn't been done in 20 years here at Purdue University. It really hasn't been done since 1997 in Ross-Ade. So if we're able to do what we are capable of doing and playing clean football and come out with a victory, that'll be a night that they.
Now, we have talked about their offense and their wide-open passing style, but let's not forget they have Braylon Allen and Chaz Malusi, 2 old-style guys in the backfield that have racked up a lot of yards and a lot of touchdowns over the last few years.
Yeah, Braylon Allen's a big physical guy. You got to make sure that you're tackling them as a unit. They still want to get downhill when they do have the ball in their hand.
All right, we'll have the final segment of the Ryan Walter Show presented by the Rohrman Automotive Group coming up on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
He stays in there in the back. Sheffield in motion. Card. Looking to escape. Using his time. Dumps it down. Maccabee makes a man miss. He's got the first down. What a sensational effort by the
Kissimmee, Florida.
Well, you see the field position for Purdue. It was a 43-yard punt and then 25 yards of penalties. And how quick Deion Burks burst for a first down. You said the biggest key is just maintaining that they don't have these lulls offensively as Card will go back to the play action. Hit as he throws. He's got it. Rohrman working on Jeremiah Wilson. First and goal. Play action. Card. End zone. Touchdown. Deion Burks goes down low and Purdue's on the board. Max Clare in there at the tight end spot. Card is going to throw it on first down. Lost one sideline. What a play. Wow. Deion Burks. Electric catch. Maccabee's back in there now on second and goal. Card. Flushed. Has to get away. Now he's going to look to run for it. Card is in.
Touchdown, Purdue. Man coverage. So all these defenders are going to be running with receivers. And once he gets outside, there's nobody to stop him from getting in the end zone. Running the quarterback wouldn't be better.
It is Tracy. Too easy. Touchdown, Purdue.
Wow. The right guard, Jalen Graham, the right tackle, Marcus Bowe. About physical play. Watch these two guys here just throw their defenders inside. And Tracy just walks into the end zone.
Hello, Purdue fans. This is Johnny DeGrant.
Welcoming you to Ross-Ade Stadium.
From Ross-Ade Stadium.
It's a football Saturday in West Lafayette.
What a night in West Lafayette.
The Rohrman Automotive Group is supporting your Boilermakers as the presenting sponsor of the Ryan Walter Show and proud partner of Purdue Athletics. Rohrman Automotive Group, boiler up and hammer down. We'll be back on our normal night next week on Wednesday night as we go back to our normal day for football, which is Saturday. Purdue against Illinois for homecoming. A week from Saturday will be at 3:30. Kickoff there at 3:30 at Ross-Ade Stadium. You've got, looks like some great weather coming up again on Friday night. We had a perfect night for football last week. Looks like another perfect night, and again, you're looking for that first home win, and you have the feeling that the door is about to break down, don't you?
I definitely do, man. I feel like we're so close to really playing the style of football that we're capable of playing. And kudos to the locker room for really hunkering down together and preparing the right way to get us a chance to be successful.
We talked about the portal and the fact that you bring guys in. One of the areas that not only that Purdue, I think, was stocked in the portal, but a lot of schools, offensive line is usually a place that you're looking for somebody to plug. That's one of those spots. Are you happy with the way your offensive line has gelled so far?
Yeah, those guys have communicated and been on the same page. Every position on the team can improve, and there are areas that we need to improve on, and nobody has been perfect to this point by any stretch of the imagination. But those guys have gotten better week in and week out, and are building a chemistry together and getting guys back healthy as well.
At the wide receiver spot, you talked about the depth there. You stayed pretty much with the same guys. Would you like to see more guys rotated in a wide receiver? Or sometimes it's hard to take guys off the field when they're playing pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, the guys that are out there give us the best chance to win. So it's just a matter of like, you have a first string guy on the depth chart and the second string guy on the depth chart. At what point is the first string guy tired so that his performance will be less than his backup? So that's a determination that our staff has to make on game wise. And right now the rotation has been as such because we felt like that those guys give us the best chance to win.
Every position is important on the defensive side, but I think a lot of pressure goes on the cornerback spot because a lot of times they're put in an island. Marquise Brown and Marquise Wilson came in both in the portal. It seems like they're holding it pretty well.
Yeah, I'm glad we got them. They've definitely enhanced our room. And they're playing at a pretty high level right now in terms of how you win the corner to play with the amount of man that we play, stack in, stack out. So I'm pleased with that progression and definitely glad that they're on our team.
You've got some depth up front, though, on that defensive line, and it's nice to be able to roll people in, especially as the season goes on. Big guys are going to wear down before the season's out.
Yeah, we've got a solid, really 2.5 units of rotation up front. Coach Haynes done a good job of making sure there's no drop-off when we do some guys in and out. Just with their understanding of what we're trying to do from a technique and fundamental and schematic standpoint.
Well, again, it's time for the Boilermakers to win one at Ross-Ade Stadium. It's time to beat those Badgers. I think a lot of things are converging on Friday night. Let's hope the home crowd stays with you. I think they were great on Saturday. We did great again on Friday, and hopefully rewarded this time out.
Yeah, that's definitely a huge advantage. When Ross-Ade is as electric as it was last week. So, look forward to putting a good product out there for everybody to be excited about.
All right, good luck to you on Friday night. Let's beat those Badgers.
Absolutely.
All right, again, we'll be back here next Wednesday night for the next Ryan Walter Show at 6:05. Boilermakers against the Wisconsin Badgers this week. 7 o'clock will be our kickoff. 6 o'clock will be the airtime for that one. Our Facebook Live section.